Okay, so I'm here today with my beautiful wife, Sarah Bryden. Same surname as me, naturally. But we're having a look today. We're kind of considering the location of where we're putting our frames to display our frames. So we kind of just discussed kind of the journey of the patient from, if you come around, Sarah, from my testing room, which is kind of over here. And then obviously they come out,
Well, here's our front door as well. So they walk in through here. Their waiting room is here, or sort of waiting area.
So reception's
here.
They confirm their appointment, have a seat. I would bring them in, then we take them out. I would hand over to the receptionist or dispenser, and then the kind of journey, the pathway straight. Most people actually would walk. They come this way because we're trying to figure out where to display the kind of high-end ranges, the most effective method. So most people would come over here initially. This is like the focal point, this particular area for some reason, and then people would generally move down to this one, and then sort of hover about and come back down to this reel or these reels. Although we sort of, when we've done the practice, we had like a feature wall which was here, which we assumed would be the kind of key wall that people would maybe come to and have a look at our nice high-end frames. But most people tend to be over here, so we were just having a look at that and discussing where to locate the frames and position the frames, because it's all part of in-house marketing as well. Yes, we talk about online marketing, reaching out to social media, setting up funnels, this, that and the other. But at the end of the day, you're still on a funnel, you're still in a funnel journey. When the customer comes into your practice, you funnel them into your practice from online, and then it continues into the testing room. You're funneling them out of the testing room and over towards your frames, which you sell the frame, you upsell lenses, coatings, etc. So it's all one big massive funnel. So Sarah's going to take over here because she was just talking a little bit about the kind of the frames that we have and the things that we've noticed and picked up on based on our locality or communities, the people that come in here, the type of customers we have, because we do have a broad range of customers.
Yeah.
But you were talking a little bit about, because we were looking at the different frames we have. We've got Annie Valentine, which obviously are an amazing brand of frames, one of our favourites.
Probably one of the big things that we did do is all our cheap frames are in drawers. We don't display the cheaper frames, which are usually our NHS customers who come in and they want the kind of free frames, maybe, as they will say.
Yeah.
So they're
and you're going to
what price would they be on? Like from anything from £10, £20.
Well, anything from £20-25 upwards. You want
to about 60 to 80, and then we don't display any of those. They're all in a drawer, hidden away.
Hide them away.
Exactly, hide them away. Because we want to encourage people to look at the reels. And so that's what we were just talking about, where people tend to go, like the hot spots. So obviously this seems to be the hot spot. Alan's saying down here as well at the window. Now we kind of have 4 high-end ranges at the minute. So we have Salt, Gotti, Annie Valentine and Andy Wolf as well.
Sorry about this
people did
speed.
And so those are our 4 key high-end ones that we want to get people to kind of jump up to pay for those, rather than, so you know, we have Ted Baker's and the more sort of mid-range kind of ones, and Carolina Herrera, those kind of ones where, you know, you're going to get people that are maybe would have always bought those, that you can push them onto a high end. So we're just trying to figure out if these are the key areas, then I'm going to want to put our high ends here, because actually I want people to look at them, even if it's just for that desirability, and they might not be able to afford them, but they're going to come and be like, oh my goodness, these are beautiful, and then they might tell others that we have beautiful frames. So you want to kind of push them this way, and then obviously if you work out that their budget is not going to stretch to that, then we will take them more to a mid-range. So I think I'm going to swap them around a little bit. And then we were just talking about marketing, because we have some of our ranges are not selling as well. Like times changed. When we got Salt in, they were really big sellers, but we were really pushing them, and I suppose we haven't really been marketing and putting the content on our social media about them as much.
It's the attention. It boils down to attention. If you're reducing the amount of attention on a specific thing, on a particular brand, you're going to notice that in your practice, and it reflects.
And we definitely just noticed
it's
that.
something
So
we're
we're
guilty
talking
of.
about which ones we kind of need to push again. And Annie Valentine is one, because our practice is in a small village. I'm actually wearing Annie Valentine today, trying to encourage people to step up and take something, because they are quite unique, they're quite quirky, and people here would be maybe a little bit more scared to venture to the quirky end. But what we were saying is people will travel to our practice for these frames. So if we can get news out and again really push more content about Annie Valentine, then we're going to get new patients potentially travelling because they've seen them and they really like them. So these are more for the eyewear lovers that potentially this is their second frame. You know, like I was saying to Alan, I wouldn't wear these maybe every day, but they are when I feel like I want to be a bit more quirkier or whatever, I will put these on. So these could be the people, you know, that love their eyewear. And then we've got obviously more classic shapes for others as well. But yeah, just trying to figure out where just to move things. I think I'm going to move the sunglasses because it looks a bit messy. I'm going to move them over there. And then I'm going to probably put the cheaper frames in the colder area. Because again, we're trying to get people to spend more money.
It's all the thing. It's the way you market, and marketing continues both outside your practice and especially inside. Probably more so inside because that's where the person is your hot customer. They're prime. They're in your practice.
They've had their eyes tested. They know they need new lenses or new frames, and so they're here to buy. So then it is a case of what do they buy and how much they want to spend.
So positioning and displaying and merchandising. But anyway.
Let's swap around to you again.
Well, you don't need to see me again.
Oh, yeah.
That's it for this video. But yeah, so it's just a little bit what we were thinking and discussing and talking about this morning in practice, and it's something that we all need to consider, be it a practice owner, no matter what healthcare practice you're in, what you're doing. It could be physio, it could be anything at all, even any business owner, but specifically for optical practices and for opticians, you have to consider all these things, and sometimes we kind of neglect it. But we just need to be kind of reminder sometimes. So hope you found it useful. Any questions, give us a shout. Hit the link below and we'll talk soon.